I am quite happy today because we have lots of snow. Snow is something that I enjoy. I'm happy that we have snow. I'm ecstatic that we have snow. I'm delighted that we have snow. I'm overjoyed that we have snow. There are many ways to talk about being happy in English. And in this English lesson, besides all of those simple phrases I just used, like I'm happy or I'm delighted, I'll teach you a bunch of ways to talk about happiness, to talk about being happy in English. So what's kind of cool is that you can make someone happy. I can do something and then another person will be happy because I do that thing. In fact, Valentine's Day is coming up. So I'm trying to think of what can I do to make Jen happy on Valentine's Day? Maybe I'll buy her some chocolate. I hope she doesn't watch this video. Maybe I'll buy her some flowers. I'll do something that will make her happy. So sometimes when you're happy, it's because someone did something to make you happy. It's cool as a human being to do things that make other people happy. So the phrase to make someone happy simply means to do something or to say something so that they are happy. You can also be happy to see someone. Whenever I go to visit my mom usually says, "I'm happy to see you." It's a nice feeling when someone says that. When my son visits, I usually say, "Oh, I'm happy to see you." When you are with the people you love, you usually are happy because you see them, but it really means you're happy to spend time with them. So hopefully there's someone in your life that when you see them, you say, "I'm happy to see you. I am happy because you are visiting me. I am happy to see you." So in English, we have a term, happy camper. If you're a happy camper, it means that you're happy in whatever situation you are in. I'm a happy camper whenever I'm outside in the winter. I really like cold weather, and I'm a happy camper when I'm outside. You might be a happy camper when you're reading an English book. Maybe at work, you really enjoy work, and you are a happy camper when you are at work. So in English, if you say that you are a happy camper, it means you're happy in whatever situation you're in. So as many of you know, I really like walking. In fact, when I go for a walk, I'm in my happy place. In English, when you describe something as your happy place, it's an actual place or an activity or something you do that makes you happy. If you like reading, you might say, "When I read, I'm in my happy place." For me, when I go for a walk, for exercise, I'm in my happy place. Maybe for you, when you're watching these English lessons, you're in your happy place. So your happy place is an actual place, or it can simply be an activity or something you do that makes you really happy. You can also be happy for someone. When something exciting happens in someone's life, you might say, "I'm happy for you. I'm so happy for you." Maybe they just graduated from university, or maybe they passed an English test. Maybe they just had a baby. You would then say to them, "I'm so happy for you." So you can be happy because of something that happened to someone else. And you express that by using the phrase, "I'm happy for you," or if you want to emphasize it, "I'm so happy for you." If one of you passed an English test and told me in the comments, I would reply by saying, "I'm so happy for you. That's awesome." So sometimes in the comments, someone will say, "Thank you." And I reply using the English phrase, "I'm happy to help." Sometimes we say this to someone when they ask for help or when they thank us for doing something. We just say, "I'm happy to help." I'm happy to help you learn English. You might be happy to help your neighbor move from one apartment to another. You might be happy to let your brother borrow your car. If he says, "Thank you for letting me borrow the car," you might say, "Hey, I'm happy to help. You needed the car. I'm happy to give it to you for a little bit. Just make sure you put gas in it when you're done." So when you want to reply to someone saying thank you, or when someone asks you to help them do something, you could simply say, "I'm happy to help." So this next phrase isn't really a nice phrase. It's the phrase to be happy to see someone go. Maybe you have people visiting your house and they stay for hours longer than you expected them to. When they finally decide to go home, you might say that you are happy to see them go. This can also happen at work. Maybe you work with someone who's just very mean and not a nice person, and eventually they find another job. You might say to a colleague, "Oh, I was happy to see them go." And maybe this happens in school as well. Maybe there's a teacher that you had one year, and then when you go back to school the next year, that teacher has gone to work at a different school. You might say to someone, "Oh, I was happy to see them go." So not a super nice use of the word happy, but sometimes you're just happy when someone goes somewhere else. You're happy to see them go. So sometimes you have to do something that maybe you don't want to do. Maybe at work you have to do something, but you don't want to do it. You might have to put on a happy face. In English, when we say to put on a happy face, it means to smile in spite of the fact that you don't really feel like doing something. You don't want to do something. At work, sometimes I have to grade lots of student papers. And in order to do that, I just have to put on a happy face and I just have to get the work done. So it sort of means to pretend to be happy when doing something that you really don't want to do. I enjoy walking outside when it's really cold, but maybe you don't. Maybe you have to walk to work in the cold, but you just need to put on a happy face, dress warm, and head out the door and get to work. So sometimes when you have to do something you don't want to do, you just have to put on a happy face and get it done. Well, hey, thank you for watching this English lesson where I hope you learned some new English phrases with the word happy that you can use in your next English conversation. Remember, if this is your first time here, don't forget to click that red subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and if you have time and you want to learn more English, there are more English lessons to watch. Bye.